Alright, so some of y'all been asking why I've not had my bow, why I've been carrying a shotgun, and I made a big goof. I just started shooting the Stan Onyx. It's the first clicker or first thumb release I've shot, and I was focused so much on trying to perfect it and just making sure that I reset it right and wasn't putting too much pressure on the thumb and stuff. That in this very spot 2 weeks ago, I was out here at lunchtime with the wife, and I sent one down range. It was a little high, and the wife gave me some feedback. She's like, hey, you're shooting, you know, this far high, you need to come down. So I made adjustments on my sights there, and I reset the clicker here, and I got right in on the sight and made a pretty flawless release. Unfortunately, in all of that focus, one thing I lacked to focus on was nocking an arrow. So for the first time since roughly 2007, 2008, definitely since 2009, somewhere in that time frame is when I got my first compound bow. First time since then, I dry fired a bow, and this is my cam. That's no longer on my bow, and as you can see, the top of the cam there is bent. Fortunately for me, that's all it was. There was no harm to myself or the limbs or any other part of the bow. It did shred a bunch of these crimps on the string. It shredded them off, and I felt that on my forehead very shortly after I released. One second. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, so even though that was my first time in my complete history of shooting a bow that I dry fired, I still felt like a complete buffoon. Not a very proud moment. So I called the guys up at Central Coast Archery. That's our local dealer. Love dealing with them. Awesome guys. Called them, let them know that my wife was on the way with my bow, and roughly 10 days later, I have my bow back out here shooting. So shot it to paper tune and stuff, and it didn't have to make any adjustments. They replaced the cam, replaced the string, and I'm right back out here shooting. Am I comfortable to hunt with it at this point? No. I'm shooting a few rounds this evening with a little bit of light that we have left to try to get it zeroed in, but possibly by Friday we'll be back good to shooting, and instead of carrying a shotgun, I'll be out there carrying my Bowtech again. So for any of you all that may have dry fired, I've spoken with some of y'all, and many people have informed me their experiences of dry firing. So it's I guess more of a common thing than I had realized. Still not a proud moment. Still don't want to do it again. If I do it again, you might just not see me shooting bows again for a while, because I don't know if I can mentally handle doing that 2 times near each other. I am going to continue shooting my Stan Onyx. I don't know if I'm going to take it hunting anytime soon, just as I get comfortable with it. But by deer season, I hope to be hunting with my thumb release, and just continually getting better as an archer. But yeah, nice and straight, no bend in that one. So to the Bowtech dealers that we're dealing with, Central Coast, thank you all for promptly getting it out for Central Coast. Thank you guys for getting on top of it as fast as y'all could, and the awesome timeline that y'all got this back to me on. So I'm gonna be out here shooting quite a bit this week, as much as I can, and just getting dialed back in. So until we get my new sight. So I'm still shooting my Trophy Ridge sight. I forget the Trophy Ridge React, which has been a very fun sight. It has a lot of features. Has a lot of features here where you can very quickly sight your distances in between, however far you want to sight them in. Really, for that one it goes out to 100, and or for this setup it goes out to 100, and then I can just throw a sight tape on. I do currently have custom sight tapes on both sides, which kind of it's counterintuitive to that sight, but I'm currently waiting on my dialed proof sight. I'm very excited to get that. Very excited to get that on. The gentleman that helped make this sight, or these sight tapes for me, I've already talked to him. He's very excited to get around the dialed sights. He's not messed with them yet, so he's pretty excited. So once I get that sight, we'll be out here together, shooting together. He's a much better archer than I am, and we're gonna get some sight tapes on here and probably some pointers. So I guess that answers it for anyone that's wondering why has Hunter not been posting as much archery stuff recently, or when he is, why is he carrying a shotgun and other people are carrying bows? Well, it's because I goofed. So if any of y'all have goofed, or if you'll goof in the future, don't feel too bad about it. I don't feel as bad about it as I did. Just make jokes about myself now. So I'm just looking forward to get back out there with my bow and just get repetitions after repetitions after repetitions in. So we have a shoot that we're going to down in San Diego, towards that way. The Bow Disciple shoot, if any of y'all are familiar with that. Go down there with a bunch of friends from the local area here. Should be a fun time. And by then, hopefully I'm very comfortable with my stand. If not, we're gonna go back to the Fanger release, the Spot Hog. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't checked out some of my hunting videos, and that's a very short story of how I dry fired my Bowtech SS34. I think it handled it very well compared to some other videos I've seen of other people blowing their stuff up on online. Limbs are good, bottom cam's good. The only thing that got hurt or got damaged was that top cam and the string, of course. So new strings, one cam, some quick maintenance for the Central Coast archery guys, and back out here in the range. All right, till next video. Thanks for watching.